Welcome everyone, I am Spazink and I am the Average Gamer. Today on our very first episode in the series, we are going to be playing a Blood Elf Paladin. I have not played as a Blood Elf before, so a lot of their quest lines are going to be new to me. And while I had played a Paladin before, I only got him up to level 4, which is maybe an hour's worth of work, so I have never gotten really in-depth knowledge of a Paladin. So this gameplay will be a bit different from what I'm used to. I used to have a Warlock and a Hunter. Both of those require pets, so I would always send out my pets to do, the heavy hitting damage, and I would just kind of tack on some damage over time, sort of attacks and range attacks. I never liked being in close combat, so that's why I chose those two when I first started playing. So this Paladin will be very new to me gameplay wise. So from here we are going to be heading to the Sunstrider Isle to start questing. There's two different starting zones you can be in, but since I've never played the Blood Elf before and I want to see what their questing is like, we're going to go ahead and step into Sunstrider Isle. So we're going to click that, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a cutscene, so we'll go ahead and watch that. Oh, no cutscene. Look at that. Alright, so we have our Paladin here. Pretty generic, but let's enter our world and see where we go from here.
The past few years have seen unprecedented changes within the eternal land of Quel'Thalas. The Blood Elves, following the will of their crazed leader Kael'thas Sunstrider, channeled dangerous, chaotic magics to transform their sacred Sunwell into a gateway of unspeakable evil. While Kael'thas and his demonic masters were eventually defeated, a different kind of transformation occurred within the Sunwell itself, as a dying Naru sacrificed its life essence to reignite the Sunwell into a fount of holy energy. Now, the Blood Elf Regent Lorthamar Theron sees a new hope on the horizon for his people. Over time, the Sunwell's light could cure the Blood Elves of their cursed state, but many still cling to the arcane powers they've procured and are hesitant to relinquish them. As one of the remaining Blood Elves, you must fight to protect Quel'Thalas and help redeem the soul of your ancient people.
Okay. This is a nice little cutscene intro there. Gives you the layout of the land. So we'll start with here and see what we have. So we'll begin our education. See the burning crystals, the green floating objects to the west of the Sunspire here have long been used to power the Isle's experimentations. Mana worms were their guardians, but the scourge invasion of Quel'Thalas has driven them errant from our lack of magical control over them. Alright, so we have to kill some mana worms, and they were located close to the burning crystal. So we go ahead and accept our quest here. We'll receive some silver and some experience. And we'll go from here. The first thing I am going to do for this is open up my menu bar, hitting escape. Going to key bindings. I need to turn on my action bars. Let's see, where are they at? Oh, maybe it's the action bar 1. Nope, that's key bindings. I know there's one here. Action bars, there we go. So you need your bottom left one and bottom right one, and then the two on the right side over here, and then should be good on that. Okay, and then for key bindings, there is one that I am looking for. Movement, auto run, make sure you have it. I choose mine as R because it's up there with the WASD keys. Alright, so from there we can return to the game. We got our quest, got our backpack. It gives you a Hearthstone that'll bring us back to this area. So, mana worms. Alright, so we gotta kill some mana worms. It looks like they're all in the area over here. It looks like they're yellow. Anything that's yellow is more of a neutral. They won't attack you if you get too close to them. That sort of thing. Not sure what paladins do here. Maybe I should have looked at that before I start. Uh-oh. Alright, so I also need to turn on auto loot. So, key bindings, miscellaneous, no, maybe interface, lock action bar. And these just give you all the controls inside. There you go, auto loot. You've got to go to controls and go to auto loot. So that way when you click on these, they automatically go into your backpack. Alright, and so for a paladin, I'll look at their spellbook and abilities. It looks like they have a lot of these. I'm not sure what they do. Yeah, general holy. So you have holy, protection, and retribution. Again, I've never played a paladin before, so I don't really know what these do. But we'll start with this. So we're doing 12 physical damage each time we attack. So we'll go ahead and take this one down. Because we do have to get 6 of these. I have a really slow attack there. It's kind of boring to just run up to him. I don't have anything that'll bring me too closer, but I am only a level 1, so this does not surprise me. Alright, some worm scales there. We'll stay within the white area here. Fortunately, you know, they've gotten to the point where they locate your quest for you. So you quest in this area. Beforehand, they didn't really have that, or at least the light up on the map. So that's very nice to have as a average gamer. Just going on here, so this is number 4, so 2 more. Another one more here. I always like making myself into a little circle. That way I'm going to get back to the quest giver at the end and be able to get the next quest. So, alright, now that we have got that, we can return to the quest giver. So you can open up your map and follow to that little yellow question mark, or on your map up here, it actually shows it to you as well. Alright, so it looks like I can get some holy power. Resource used by all paladins. Some abilities generate holy power and others consume either all available or 3 holy. So it's maybe like a warrior and has rage, but a little different. Alright, so we'll complete this one. Alright, so we'll get some green boots and receive our silver and experience. So go ahead with that. So next quest is nearby lynxes have succumbed to the influence of the crystals. Bring their collars, and so they can be fashioned into a magical restraint. So we need to collect 8 lynx collars and a few other things when we are done. So go ahead and accept that quest. Looks like we can't get any other ones in the area, but that is okay. So we'll head to the highlighted area over here and look for lynxes. There are a couple other people in this area, so we might not be able to get them all at the time. Okay, oh, looks like we did get a new Shield of Righteousness. I'm not sure what it does. When we finish attacking this guy, we'll read. But it doesn't really matter. You don't have to read them. Just click and move on with your life. So the Shield of Righteousness slams enemies in front of you with your shield, causing 7 holy damage and increase your armor. Alright, so you do damage and increase yourself, so that's good. I must say this is a very pretty area. You know, Sunstrutter Island. It looks like it's been, you know, being kissed by the sun, and it looks very pretty. Nice fall colors to have. Let's see, there's another cub. Oh, I don't know what that one does either. We'll look up one more arcane. Aha! It removes 1 beneficial effect from all enemies within 8 yards and restores 1 holy power. So it can take something off of somebody else. I don't know if I would actually ever really use that. So, weird. We'll move it off to the side so it's not taking up a good slot here. Go ahead and kill these things. Pretty easy here. We need 3 more collars. See if we can find more in this area here. We have children. Children playing near lynxes can't be a good thing. So, alright, that leaves, and no more over here, so we'll kind of climb back up this mountain. Oh, there's one. Sometimes in these starting areas, they do spawn a little bit quicker than in some of the other areas. Kind of depends on how many people are playing. So, a collar. I think we should be able to get one more. Alright, just go up there and right-click them, and get your little sword icon over it, and it automatically attacks them. Alright, so we got that one done, so we can return it in. Since they are yellow, they don't aggro to you. They're very neutral unless you go over there and poke them. Alright, go back. Alright. The first order of business for all Sindori is survival. Make sure you remember that. Well, you know, this is... You want to survive. Can't do much dead. Alright. Surrounding area, the towers and the surrounding area should now be relatively secure, though only for a time being. You have done well in providing us with a buffer of security, but we'll need to reassess control over the entire isle if we are to survive here in the long run. So this just gives you more information about the Blood Elf lore. So we will take our green plate vest and move on. And I have gained another level, which I gained another skill here, which is called Judgment. Let's see. Let me click. Alright. So I need to report to her assistant, Lanthan Paralon, and he will be giving me my next set of quests. And we'll see some experience. So let's see if I can do this. Alright, so Judgment is judge the target dealing 16 holy damage. Alright, so this is just straight up damage. So we'll go ahead and switch these around. That way I can have all my attacks in, you know, 1, 2, 3 format. Alright, and it looks like we've opened up a lot of other quests here. So before we move on to turn in the report to Lanthan, let's move on and get some of these other quests. A lot of the quests in this area will give you everything in this map area. That way you can go complete like 6 or 7 quests without, you know, having to go back and forth so much. So let's see. I believe these guys are all upstairs since I don't see anybody here with an exclamation point. So we'll head upstairs and see what's up here. Alright, there we go. We got one of them. So, well, Watcher, Solo, and Lane, something like that. Oh, okay, so he has two different quests. The Sunspire held a beautiful vantage of the Sunwell once. Our lives have been turned upside down, but we nevertheless carry on. It is our way. We are survivors. If you are to survive this upheaval, to carry on in your own right, then you must learn how to survive. All Blood Elves must do this. Alright, so we'll do the Shrine of Dath Rimar. Day after day, I stand here watching and waiting. I've been accused of dwelling too much on our past while my eyes look to the horizon. But it is my firm belief that each visitor to this island should honor those who have sacrificed all so they may continue to do so. Seek out the shrine to the west and do not return to me until you have read the plaque upon it in its honor. So we have to read a plaque, basically telling you the history and lore of these Blood Elves. So we'll go ahead and continue, and then we will go to the next one with Slow Names Belongings. With all the chaos happening here at the Sunspire, I haven't a chance to collect my belongings. So we've got to collect Well Watcher's Scrying Orb, his Scourge Magic, and his journal. They're going to be found in the aisle by the pond, the fountain, and one of the burning crystals. Return them. So a lot of these quests are, go get this for me and take this piece of paper to that guy. You can go ahead and read all of that if you want to, just to, have something to read. But if not, I'll read parts of it and then continue on. All right, so we have one more quest here to pick up. Oh, looks like it's on the ground over here. Let's see the view. It's actually a pretty view here. Let's see if we can scroll out some. I do like those color of those trees. They are very pretty. And since it's almost fall here, it kind of matches what we're doing. So we'll jump down. Be careful when jumping down from large areas. You will lose health, especially in the mountains. If you jump down a mountain and you misjudge it, then you can die. So we'll go to Arcanist here. So a fistful of slivers. It's a shame that we've lost control of many of the creatures here on the island. This was once a tranquil place of study and research. Now it's all we can do to keep from being attacked by our own creations. So he's going to offer me a chance to receive a magical boon in exchange for some collecting work on our part. So he needs a stack of arcane slivers that are found on the mana-using creatures on Sunstrider Island. So collect 6 arcane slivers from any creature on the isle that uses mana. So anything with these blue markers under their names and stuff. So go ahead and accept that from him. Oh, looks like even there's one more in this area. I'm not, don't know any of this area, but that's a nice little section here. All right, Arcanist. Gotta be closer. Alright, first unending. If there is only one lesson you designed to remember from your time on Sunstrider Isle, let it be this. Control your thirst for magic. What you absorb, you must be controlled and released via arcane torrent. Failure to do so is one of the wretched, hopelessly addicted, and insane. Seek out a mana worm and unleash your arcane torrent upon it. Learn to master your power. Oh, it's this one here. The arcane torrent that I moved away. So we got to use it on some mana worms and then return to the Arcanist. Okay, perfect. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And it looks like we have got all the quests in the area. So we'll go ahead and head to the one that said speak to Lanthan. This is the first one we can actually turn in, so we'll see what he can give us. Alright, so the Valderin Academy to our west, the huge floating building with the ornate spires, is in bad shape. You're going to be leading the effort to recapture it from one of the wretched blood elf who has forever succumbed to their basest cravings. So I hope we're ready to work. And that's it. Okay, cool. And okay, so he gives us another quest right after that. Aggression. Before sending you to the academy, I want you to do another task that needs to be dealt with immediately. Once used to aid us in the gardening of a Sunstrider Isle, the bestial tenders now have grown out of our control. Clear them out with due haste, but be warned, their lack of control has made them aggressive. Alright, so we need to kill 7 tenders and 7 feral tenders, and then return. Alright, cool, so go ahead and accept that quest. And we'll just start questing in the areas that we are in. So we need to do the Thirst Unending since we're already in this area. I believe it was find a mana worm and use our arcane power on it. So let's go ahead and do that. And that did not release it. Alright, so let's see. Is there some secret on mirror? Okay, so maybe you get closer. Oh, well, we got a 2 minute cooldown, so I don't know what that was supposed to do. And sometimes I do it wrong, and that is okay. Oh, but they have arcane slivers here, which they did say it was any of these creatures. So we'll go ahead and attack as we're doing this one. That way we can do a fistful of slivers and complete that one as well. So next time I have my arcane torrent back up, I'll go ahead and complete that quest. So it looks like that is a ranged attack. Judgment does look like it's a ranged attack. There we go. Scale. Let's go back this way. It looks like somebody else is killing in this area as well. I'm basically just clicking all the attacks that I have on the characters. Again, there's probably a better way of doing it, a better way of playing. This suits me just fine. You can either use your mouse or your keyboard, either one works. So, continuing on, we only need 2 more of those arcane slivers. And then our arcane torrent is almost complete. So let's read on our arcane torrent one again. On a mana. So we just need to use it on a mana worm. Oh, so maybe it's not just any. Not the first one you see. It might take it a few tries. Oh, there we go. Got it. Maybe I just wasn't close enough. Alright, so I got that one done. And got the slivers done. So we'll work with, what's this one? Aggression. A lot of these you can just hover over and it'll tell you kind of what quests are in this area. And then we can go from there. Alright, so this one is, looks like we're killing a whole bunch of trees. So, because they're all feral. But luckily they are yellow, so you're not going to aggro too many of them in these starting areas. You don't have to worry about aggro too much. Alright. Oh, and it does look like when I use my Shield of Righteousness, I lose some of my holy power. So I always gotta make sure to use that on like really big battles or something. It doesn't take me that long to kill these guys. In the beginning, it is very easy to level up. With this new version of WoW, this free trial that well, it's not really a free trial. You can play World of Warcraft up to level 20, and you don't have to pay for a subscription. With this, it is a lot easier to level up any character that you want, and this is why this series is going to kind of pick all of those different races and classes that I've never played before, and I'm going to get them all up to level 20. Just so you can see, you know, how an average person would sit there and play a game. And eventually I'll move on to WoW Classic. It's my more favorite version. This, like I said, is easier to level up, easier to get gold. just kind of easier to just quest. With WoW Classic, there is a lot more detail to it. Like even with the weapon that I have, a mace, you know, you had to actually level up that mace skill, and if you want to use a sword, you had to get the sword skill, and then you had to level up that sword skill. So you can really just customize what you want your character to do a lot more than, you know, this free trial. Alright, so I just need the tenders. Oh, just the regular tender slain. So don't look for the feral ones anymore. We will look for, like, the little ones. Okay. Okay, there's somebody else killing over there, so let's try to move on so we don't get the same things that they do. Because sometimes it is hard to level up when you have a whole bunch of people on your server, especially if they're all in these starting areas. They're kind of like, take the spawn that you need, and you'll have to wait until they respawn. Fortunately, they have a shorter spawn time. Alright, so 2 more regular tenders. It's kind of weird calling them tenders. I kind of think of chicken tenders here, even though these would be very dry and barkful, I guess. Let's see, tender. Alright, 1 more. Alright, and now we'll get to the next closest one, which looks like it's his belongings. It'll probably take us to 3 different points on this map, but we'll do that and then go to number 2. So we'll go to the closest one first, which happens to be right here. And we're just looking for anything on the ground that glitters. There we go, the scroll of Scourge Magic. You see the little cog, turns goldish yellow, and that's when you can pick it up. Alright, and then it'll tell you where the next one is on your map here, which is far down this way, but we might as well go ahead and fight our way over there. And you can see in the distance over here, it's about 200 yards away. That's another thing, when I first started playing WoW, way back when, it didn't have all these markers and stuff. You had to kind of go with the little mini map up in your corner here, the top right, and then do it from there. But now this has a kind of a beacon sort of thing, so you can always look for it. And I'm not killing any of these guys. I don't need them anymore. And I could to get close enough experience. So go ahead and open it, get the orb, and the last thing is right there. The journal. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get the journal. It's about, 100 yards away or so. I think. Oh, you can't jump on the leaves. Alright. And a lot of these beginning quests, like I said, we get back and forth. Get this, come back, get that, come back. It also makes it very, again, easy to level up, so you don't have to stress about, the game so much. I remember in WoW Classic, sometimes some of these quests you needed a whole team for, and it was kind of a hassle getting everything together. But now you can solo play, get a lot of items, get a lot of money, and you're good. Alright, so we could turn this one in since we're walking over this way, but we're heading to this shrine over here. So, give him his stuff back. We can choose a reward, but since I am recording, it won't let me choose, so we'll choose that at a later time. Go ahead and run to the shrine, and after this quest, we'll come back and I will go ahead and sell what I can and pick up what I can. For some reason, when I record, I lose the option to sell stuff, and that's very weird. So until I fix that glitch, we'll just have to deal with it. And selling stuff is very easy. You know, you click on your backpack and you right click it to a vendor, somebody that has like the bag icon over them. Alright, so here we have reached the shrine. Alright. Okay, so upon further examination, you sense a stronger pulse of the strange power that has gripped the isle. You feel a bit uncomfortable standing by the shrine and perhaps a little disturbed. The bronze placard alongside the side of the shrine reads, "Here stands the shrine of Dath Rimar, a fitting tribute to a noble elf. Let all who gaze on this monument remember his sacrifices for our people and his dedication to the cause of our continued survival. All who prosper in Kelthalis do so thank him." Alright, now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and turn in the ones that we can. The ones where it says choose a reward, pick one that will work well with your character. They do give you kind of the stats, like this is my worn mace, it does 1 damage. But pick something that gives you +2, you know, your damage, or, you know, if you had getting a shield, more armor, or block capability, whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this one in. This is the one I tried to earlier. I'll just go ahead and show you what I'm going to choose, even though I can't technically choose it. I don't think this little glitch will happen with y'all, but it does happen with me. So the mace would give me plus 0.2 damage per second. The axe would give me kind of the same thing, and so would the sword. So either one of these I could pick, and it would be fine. I will probably pick the mace since I'm a paladin. I already have a mace with me, so I'm going to assume that is my weapon of choice. Alright, so we're going to move ahead to the next one we can turn in. Hopefully it's not one where you can choose an item. Alright, so we've done well today. Your willingness to learn shows that you may very well rise above the unyielding cravings you must endure as a blood elf. So we can take this. These are some gauntlets. Will give us +1 to armor, so we can take more damage. So complete the quest. He does not give us another one, but we have reached level 4 and given a new ability. We'll go ahead and open our spellbooks and see what it is. Flash of Light. Extends a large amount of mana to quickly heal a friendly target for 56 health. So I'm just going to move that above. That's not an attack spell. It is a healing spell. So if you click on somebody, you can heal them with a Flash of Light, and it'll just kind of heal them. Next, we'll move on to... he's right here. Oh, excuse me, broom. I wish I had a broom like that to sweep up my kitchen. Alright, so a fistful of slivers. Many of the creatures here on the island were at one point bound in non-aggression and complacency by our magical skills. When the Scourge destroyed the Sunwell, our hold over these creatures shattered. Arcane slivers are the remnants of the control we once had. So better still, perhaps the slivers could be used to see what Malace Isle truly suffers under. So these will do nicely. I've been doing quite a thinking on the current Sunstrider Isle suffers under. One possible course of action I had pondered was to collect these arcane slivers from the beast on the Isle. In doing so, they could be experimented on, and this would provide a potential source of culpability. Tend to the research, so he's researching and giving me a cloak. So awesome, get a cloak and move on. Alright, next one we will turn in is... Ooh, looks like I should have gone to the other way. Oh, it looks like I got a Fortitude of the Cinderella. Increases stamina and versatility by 5. So I'll have more health and vitality. Oh, this one was above the... That's right. We had to go up this ramp to turn in this quest, because that's where we got him in. A lot of cats everywhere, too. I mean, good lord. Alright, so... the shrine we read the shrine. First off, you should be commended for your sense of duty and respect. As for the odd sensation, is no doubt a contributing part to the taint that has befallen Sunstrider Island. Alright, so complete that. This is another one. Let's see. Oh, this is... we gathered all of Veda's items. Well done. I need to be perfect for the task. Once it's safe to make use of our outdoor facilities on Isle, I'll be putting these things to good use. So, we're going to receive some more experience and whatnot. I did gain another level and another attack, so this is Hammer of Justice. Let's quickly see what it does. Hammer of Justice. It stuns the target for 6 seconds, which is actually very helpful, especially if you're running away. You can click on the enemy, stun them, and then run away. That's my preferred mode of attacking when I get too deep into territory and I need to run away really quickly. So that kind of sums up the first 5 levels of a Paladin. From here on, I'm going to go ahead and turn in that one quest that I can't pick up items, sell these things in my backpack, put on some of this armor that I can't do right now, and then on the next video, we'll continue on here where we left off. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.